Hello and welcome to the Business History Conference audio announcements, a podcast and a YouTube channel that gives voice to announcements of relevance to business historians and specifically for the members of the Business History Conference. Today, Editor-in-Chief of Enterprise and Society, Professor Andrew Popp, introduces the TOC of the latest published issue, Volume 24, Issue 3, 2023.
Hello, my name's Andrew Popp, and I've been Editor-in-Chief at Enterprise and Society for nearly 9 years, but I remain as excited and energized about the role as when I began. It gives me great fulfillment when I can deliver to our members and readers an issue as diverse, original, and fascinating as Volume 24, Number 3, September 2023. Readers will probably have noticed that we've recently been publishing more articles per issue than in the past. We are currently transitioning to a focus on publishing longer review articles rather than individual book reviews. And as those come on stream, we will have a little more space. Volume 24, Number 3 is no exception, and it carries 11 full-length research articles. Geographically, this issue happens to have a strong focus on Europe, with papers on Sweden, the Netherlands, Italy, and the UK, as well as one on the UK and the Netherlands, and another that links the UK and the Caribbean. There are also 3 papers on the US. In terms of period, most of the focus is on the 20th century, but 3 of the papers take us back into the 18th. Briefly in order, first up is Under the Influence of Commercial Values, Neoliberalized Business Consumer Relations in the Swedish Certification Market, 1988 to 2018, by Klara Arnberg, Martin Gustavsson, and Kristina Tamm Hallström. This is another great contribution to a stream of work we have been publishing on the neoliberal turn in Sweden, a country more commonly associated with social democracy. Next, Cyrus Mody explores spillovers from oil firms to US computing and semiconductor manufacturing, smudging state industry distinctions and retelling conventional narratives. This certainly does retell some conventional narratives. I personally had never previously considered how oil and computing interacted, but Mody makes a really convincing case for the importance of the relationship. Following Cyrus, Joe Lane leads us into the trees of the forest, uncovering small-scale producers in an industrial district, 1781 to 1851. This really takes me back to my own origins in the discipline, my dissertation being about an industrial district too. In fact, the exact same industrial district studied by Lane, the North Staffordshire potteries in the English Midlands. And I began in 1850, just where Lane leaves off. The next 2 papers pair up really nicely. First, in Futures of Europe, the City of London's commodity exchanges, the European Economic Community, and the global regulation of futures trading, 1960s to 1980s, Marco Bertilorenzi centres the role of London in the regulation of futures trading. Whilst in the next, Ewan Achim Balaban, overturning another conventional narrative in banking and Eurodollars in Italy in the 1950s, shows that Italy had a crucial but hitherto neglected role in the creation of the Eurodollars market. The next 2 papers take us to the Netherlands. First, Timon de Groot explores the politics of part-time employment in the breadwinner era, Dutch employers' initiatives to control female labour force participation, 1945 to 1970. Then, in a marked change of focus, Satisfaction Guaranteed, Your Choice and the Transnational Distribution of Hardcore Pornography Between the Netherlands and Britain by Oliver Carter lifts the lid on an often hidden industry, pornography. Slightly disconcertingly, this is also a story about a family business. As an aside, Klara Arnberg, also published in this issue, has previously published work on the porn industry in Enterprise and Society. Keeping going, Cinzia Laurendini and Francesca Odella present a fantastically rich exploration of private lending in an Alpine region during the 18th century, a family of merchant bankers and their credit network. Before Sally H. Clark, then in Dividends, Efficiency or Safety, Governance Choices at Corn Products Refining, very fruitfully breathes new life into an older topic and debate, the great merger movement that characterized the US corporate landscape at the turn of the 19th century. And then, in the first of the final two papers, Peter Buckles unfolds a historical social network analysis of John Pinney's Nevis Bristol network, change over time and network memory. And in doing so, he reads against the grain of historical sources. And finally, in the other kitchen debate, gender, microwave safety, and household labor in late Cold War America, Wendy Gamber explores the hidden history that links the Cold War and the dissemination of that very everyday object, the microwave.